My issue is one with having something in at least the next legislative session for school choice. It would seem to me, as a registered nurse, 55 years, undergraduate in sociology, and also I also taught school. I have a master's as a school teacher. That unless we can turn this around, I'm not denying or disparaging the life of a salmon. But I will say wholeheartedly that there are other avenues of thought out there that are not propagated through the government school system. One, that as a human being, quite scientific, you are a male or female at birth. That's at conception, excuse me. And that to me, it breaks my heart that in this flood, we are talking about a salmon when someone from the Latino community actually drowned. I mean, I take death as serious. I was also a hospice nurse. So unless you can generate within the government schools the idea of just offering science from a creation standpoint and all the other good things that we could have out there, having vouchers, having people have a choice, that, I mean, I am not, as I said, I'm very scientific, but it seems if your God's not the God that all of us seem to have just pledged allegiance to, that with a capital G, under that was meant as the God of the Constitution, all these other notions and ideas, patriots like you, Simon, the young men who wrote that Constitution, some people were like 22 years old and they were an ambassador. So we have prolonged adolescence in America of today to absolutely, for me, I'm not using words like snowflake, or I'm not going to use all those other woke terms, but it seems to me I'm as interested in getting a train of thought in the government schools so we can have some choice and some, how about money back for someone like my daughter who's your EMT paramedic out in the county, taught 16 years, never got a penny from the government, and has raised 3 respectable young adults.
School choice is absolutely something that we need to be pursuing and expanding, because if you look at Washington State, I don't know if you've seen the statistics recently, is not exactly leading the country when it comes to our academic performances in our public school system. I think I saw a couple months ago that we were dead last or close to dead last in the country in terms of our mathematics performance. And so that's a real problem. Whatcom County, especially certain school districts, are below the state average. And so we need to find ways to both improve our current system, but also to provide choices in charter schools and private schools for those that want to go, for example, to a Christian school like Lynden Christian here or something like that. We need to have those opportunities for children that want different choices and for parents that want different choices. That's, I think, one of the big keys that we need to emphasize is parents should be the ones that are the ones guiding their children's education. Not a group of bureaucrats from Olympia, but parents should be an active part of that process. And when they're not, we see some of the results of that. I just think that our schools should go back to teaching reading, writing, and arithmetic. That should be the focus right now. And as a parent, you should be the ones to teach your children about a lot of those other issues. That should be the focus, not trying to indoctrinate or reinvent the wheel, so to speak, with your children.